Hello everyone and welcome to day 9. Today we will cover communication strategies and stakeholder engagement for your project success. As usual, stay tuned, please do your notes and let's jump on our agenda. First topic will be effective communication skills, then we will cover stakeholder identification and analysis. Then I will tell you a little bit about stakeholder engagement strategies, and we will dive deeply into stakeholder communication, and finally meetings guide. So let's talk about this one by one. First one, it's effective communication skills. You need to be concise, and your speech needs to be clear to prevent any confusions and misunderstanding. Next one, it's active listening. You need to be fully engaged into the speaker's speech, it helps you to collaborate and to understand better what they are talking about. And of course, feedback. You need to be open to feedback and needs to be ready to provide feedbacks. And non-verbal communications. It's related to body language. But we will cover all those skills one by one. So, first one, our clarity and conciseness. I split it on the 5 parts here. First one, it's direct communication. Focus on conveying a message straightforwardly to avoid misunderstanding. Next one, it's be concise. Simply be concise, Eliminate unnecessary words to ensure the core message is delivered quickly. So you don't need to speak about some simple things or even about the complicated things in a long way. So please simplify your speech as much as possible. Actually, I'm working on it as well. Clarify understanding. Repeat essential points and confirm understanding to reinforce clarity. As usual, when I'm talking about something and setting some tasks and goals, I'm just clarifying if everything is correctly was understood. So that I'm just checking if we all on the same page. Next one, it's avoid slang. You definitely don't need to use the slang style because it will bring a lot of misunderstandings and confusions. And finally, use visual aids. It definitely helps usually to understand better the subject of matter, what do you mean, and just naturally people more tend to understand the pictures, charts, and so on. The next one, it's active listening. By active listening, I mean focus attention. Focus attention. Directly your full attention to the speaker, minimizing distractions. This shows respect and foster trust. I think it's obvious. Provide feedback. During your conversation, you can provide your feedback, reflections. It will help you and to your opponent or your colleague to understand better the topic and find the consensus. Ask clarifying questions. Actually, it can be combined with the feedback, but when you asking the questions, I'm usually practicing it during some trainings. It helps me to deeply understand and be more engaged psychologically, just psychologically, and not interrupt on other things. Show empathy. During your conversation, you can demonstrate understanding by acknowledging the speaker's emotion and viewpoints, because we are not only talking about some specific things related to work and tasks, but you need to understand that project management, it's mostly about communications, and that's why we are all human and has some feelings, and usually I would say usually people are not so logical, so that we need to work with this as well. We are working with emotions. So please take a look at this point of view as well. It will definitely help you to build rapport and deeper communication. Avoid interrupting. Yeah, nobody likes when somebody interrupts you in the middle of your speech, so that you definitely need to be patient and waiting for the chance to put your words. And summarize key points. It definitely helps you during discussion, when you at the end of discussion just summarizing everything, so that you are showing that you got everything and didn't lose any details. So please use this. Next one, it's feedback. Constructive feedback. Focus on solutions and improvements, not just pointing out issues. Because I would say we can see two types of people who just bring in the issues and solving issues. And it would be cool if you would be the second one kind of people who just not only bringing the issues and providing the feedback that something is bad, but providing the options how can be improve this situation. So next one, it's clarity and specificity. Be clear and specific to ensure actionable takeaways. Because just to say to your colleague that you are doing the bad and your performance is slow without providing any cases, it's not a good example, so that you need to provide some cases and to highlight how the work can be improved or the flow of behavior. Balance positive and negative. Highlight strengths while addressing areas for improvement to maintain motivation. You definitely need to work on this as well, because for instance, when you are receiving some feedback, of course it's not all the time a good feedback, and you know how is important support in this case. So provide support to your team members as well. Timely delivery. Provide feedback promptly while the context is still relevant. I think this is obvious. When you notice something, it's better to set up some one-to-one with the person or the team to fix this as soon as possible. Two-way communication. Encourage open dialogue for better understanding. You need to be open to receive feedback in return. Next one, it's non-verbal communication. Body language. Use open gestures and posture to convey confidence and engagement. For sure. Eye contact. Maintain appropriate eye contact to show attentiveness and connection. Usually, when you see somebody during the meeting, even on remote, watching at a mobile phone or interrupting, it's not so pleasant. So that I would suggest, I wouldn't recommend to do like this. So that, yeah. And by the way, yeah, when you have some remote meetings, all the time as a manager, please use your web camera, because it increases the trust and rapport in communication. The next one, personal space. Yeah, definitely respect boundaries to ensure comfortable and effective communication. Need to remember this. Facial expressions. Ensure expressions align with the message to enhance clarity and trust. You need to sync your body language and facial expressions while you are talking about something, to the team or your colleague, to be sure that it's aligned to the goal that you are pursuing. And of course, tone of voice. This is really important. Use tone, pitch, and volume to emphasize points and convey emotion. Because I remember the case when some person was talking about very important things, but with very low volume and without any enthusiasm. And of course, the team not react on his ideas, but the ideas were really cool. So yeah, if you'd like to transfer your message to somebody, you need to use this tone of voice and practice speech improvements and so on. So yeah, this will be beneficial in your career. Next one, it's stakeholder identification and analysis. Steps one by one. Let's review. Defining stakeholders. Yeah. First of all, you need to identify all stakeholders that affected or somehow interested in your project. Then analyze influence and interest. You need to evaluate their power and how they can help in your goals of project. And then you can prioritize based on their power your effort in communication. Create a stakeholder registry. Do you remember we covered this topic in previous slides during the planning session, but if you, for instance, jumped into the middle of the project during the execution, for sure, for your personal efficiency, you need to create your own stakeholder register or ask if it's already existed to check this information. Understand expectations. Knowing what stakeholder expect ensure project alignment and satisfaction. Yeah, definitely all stakeholders has different expectations, and you need to manage them so that you can even identify that some of your stakeholders can be enemies to your project, and they don't want you to succeed. So yeah, definitely review it as well. And develop engagement strategies. The final, when you collected all this data, create the strategies for improving a relationship, because sometimes our enemies becoming in some period of time our alliance, and controversy, yeah, vice versa. So we have several stakeholder engagement strategies. It's first of all, yeah, develop detailed communication plan, then provide regular updates, involve stakeholder in decision making, manage expectations effectively. Yeah. So and here is it just remind me the types of communication actually. Like pull, push, and interactive. Three types of communication. And if your, for instance, senior management coming to you all the time and pulling from you some information, it's a red flag for you, because you need to understand that you are not transparent and you are not providing, you are not pushing to him or her the necessary information on the regular basis. So that you need to provide to do some retrospective of your communication with your senior management to understand why they are pulling information from you and how you can improve the situation. Because if you won't improve the situation, it can be a really how to say you will finish the bet. Yeah, so that you need to understand that you can switch to the push type of communication, like weekly or monthly reports to your management with all necessary information, or even not only management, maybe some of stakeholders require such information, and they just all the time they are pushing your manager about some information, and your manager pushing you. So yeah. And interactive type, it's when both sides just asking and question the questions in real time. Yeah. So it can be like some sync, yeah, daily sync or weekly sync, whatever. It depends on the requirements of your project. And here is we have like a stakeholder communication. Here is 5 key items. It's define communication goals. When you'd like to communicate with somebody, you need to understand what is your goal, what are you pursuing. So establish clear objectives for communication to align team efforts with project goals. Next one, identify stakeholders. Who are the recipient of your information, or who are the holder of information that you need. So to effectively communicate, you need to identify the proper stakeholders. Then select communication channel, email, meetings, or any other kind of communication. For instance, if you'd like to fix some agreements with your client, you discuss during some meeting, yeah, you need to fix this by sending follow-up with all statements by email. And in the future, probably it will save your job or help to your team in negotiations. Yeah. And next key point, very important, skill regular updates. You can plan the frequency, like weekly, monthly, or maybe newsletters to keep everyone informed. And of course, you need to set up feedback loop to review if your communication plan works well for all parties, so that you will know if it's efficient or not, if it requires any adjustments. And next one, from my practical experience, I decided to put it here as well, because all the time I'm facing with such cases when the colleagues just send an invite without any agenda, and you need to guess what we will be talking about. And to avoid such situations, in your case, it would be cool if you would prepare some agenda, and it will define the clear understanding what will be the purpose of the meeting and what will be discussed, and everyone from the recipient side will have better understanding, and even they can better prepare for this, and you will receive all necessary information. Conduct effective meetings. Yeah, focusing on key topics and managing time leads to meaningful discussions. It means that if you find out during your meeting that you need to discuss another topic and it's out of the scope of current one, you can do some notes, yeah, and then agree on discussing this topic on the separate meeting. So it will save the time, and you won't distract from the current necessary topics. Next one, it's taking the notes. Yeah, during this meeting, you definitely need taking the notes to provide some action plan, or to fix the statements in email. And of course, every meeting, I would say not every, but every key meetings, like with investors, with senior management, with some clients needs to be completed by follow-up. Need to send an email. During this activity, you just checking if everything is, if everyone on the same page, and we are not lost something. So the next one, it's a follow-up guide, how to write follow-ups, actually. Because this is a lot of managers, I would say, has a room for improvement in this topic as well. So I would like to put this information into your mind at this stage, so that you will be already showing some proper behavior in when you will be sending follow-ups. So first of all, document key points. It accurately records the main discussion points to provide clarity and references. Capture decision made, note all decisions during the meeting to ensure accountability. Then list action items, clarify outline tasks and assign to team members with deadlines for follow-up. I remember when I was a junior project manager, even the client, when I sent just only action items, he responded to me like, could you please provide deadlines? And it was for me like lesson learned, yeah, that stakeholders really require this information to understand and plan their part of the project. So next one, it's distribute minutes promptly, send out this follow-up within 24 hours to maintain momentum and clarity. Yeah, don't make your team to wait for this. And visual representation, for sure, if you can provide some tables, charts, you can attach it. And the last one, I would say it like follow-up on follow-up. So you need to follow up all action items that you sent recently to check and to track the progress. Something like this. So it was, this presentation was built as a sense of my practical experience. So I hope you enjoyed it. And as homework, you can think about which stakeholders you can have on your pet project, yeah. Or if you're already working as in some project, you can just analyze all stakeholders who involved in your project. And the next day we will be talking about transition to project management from engineering positions or any newcomers in IT. So thank you for your attention and see you. Bye.